Welcome to Kikstart on the Commodore 64, and this is a Mastertronic budget game by the legendary Sean Southern. Used to do a lot of budget games back then, and then went on to do the Lotus games on the and Supercars on the Commodore Amiga. But anyway, let's just go into our options here. So you get into the options and you can pick what tracks you want. There's I think it's 7 tracks, and if you press 8 it's just sort of random. So we'll just pick tracks 1, 2 and 3. We'll play one player, but you can actually play simultaneous 2-player modes, which is pretty good, or alternate 2-player modes as well. And if you've, well, unless you're as old as I am, you probably won't know that Kikstart was a television program where kids would get on their dirt bikes and try and complete ridiculous off-road courses with some ridiculous hills and things like that, and they're pretty skillful, to be honest. I must admit, there's some pretty talented guys on that. But anyway, so this is a bit of a knockoff game, not officially licensed, but still clearly inspired by it. So it's just me playing. So normally there'd be 2 players. The bottom would be player 2. What you have to do is negotiate these obstacles as quickly as possible. Now, some obstacles can only be negotiated at a slow speed. Some you can't land on. So this rough terrain you've got to negotiate at quite a slow speed. And you speed up, then you can jump. And jump with those little potholes. So that's track 1 complete, and you basically just got to do it for time. There's a high score table that keeps the fastest tracks, fastest completion times. I mean, this game is, you've got to slow down for these gates. Now, obviously this game is much more fun with 2 players, I think. Now, in the sequel game, Kikstart 2, there was actually a CPU opponent would play if there wasn't a second player. So that made it a bit more fun, I think. But this game's definitely more fun with 2 players. It's a bit of a lonely experience with just 1 player. But there's still some gameplay fun to be had. You got to master the tracks. And try and get as fast a time as possible. Yeah, in the background there's a fairly woeful rendition of the Kikstart theme music. Yeah, it's not very well done, but I think the bike sound is actually quite good. And what happens when you fall off, the game will try and restart you at the nearest sensible restart point, which is normally a bit of flat terrain. There we go. Yep, so that's Kikstart for you. It's actually, I think it was a pretty good game when it came out. I mean, it's quite a technical game in many ways. There's quite a lot of track learning involved, and you got to. We'll just pick some different tracks just to see a bit more of the game. Yeah, there's quite a bit of track learning involved, and learning how fast you can negotiate the various obstacles. But to be honest, it was improved in just about every possible area by the sequel, which I think was just much more playable, and it looked better and it sounded better, and it also came with the track editor. You could make your own tracks, and it had the CPU opponent. So it was really a huge step up, I think, and also had an on-screen speedometer, which was very useful. But that's not to it doesn't take too much away from this game. I mean, I think it was pretty good when it came out. Its only flaw is that it was bettered by its sequel. So yep, I'll give this. Well, as a budget game anyway, I'll give this 6.5 out of 10. It's a fairly decent game, just above average. Oh, going too fast there. Yep, so yeah, 6.5 out of 10 for Kikstart, and see you in the next video.